got our pan all ready here, next door to our mashed potato. So just chuck the onion in the pan. Now of course you can add garlic to this, that can work very well, or anything like that, but just make sure the onion is the first thing into that pan. Not going to turn it on yet, I'm just going to free up the chopping board. This is also not just a demonstration in how to cook, but a demonstration in how to do a whole lot with one chopping board and one plate. So, next we're going to cook up our meat. Now I've got kangaroo steaks here. Very cheap, it's about 1/3 of the price of beef, and there's very, very little fat on it. So we'll just cut it open and grab the steaks and show you how to actually prepare them. Now, with these, they're quite big pieces. So what I'm going to do is actually dice them up. Easiest way to do that, cut them lengthways. Quite easily like that. And if you're actually making kangaroo steaks, cutting them up like this is also a good way. You just have nice thin pieces rather than big heavy steaks. I tend to find with kangaroo, the longer I cook it for, the more hard and crusty it tastes. Whereas with kangaroo I like to cook it not for very long, just nice rare kangaroo, and for the minimum time imaginable, and it's nice and soft, nice and tender. So, almost finished. Pretty much cut it all lengthways now. Oh, we've still got some more tougher bits here. Off they go. Now, we just cut it again, dice it up like this. And the thing is with kangaroo, this is top quality meat that we're using here, top quality steaks, and that's why, since we're using kangaroo, we can afford to actually cut this up and make a stew out of it. Whereas imagine this with beef, this amount of beef would probably cost, I'd say $15 for beef steaks like this, whereas since we're using the kangaroo, we can basically cook all this up for $6. So it's a very economical meat to use as well. I'm just going to cut this up. Almost done. And the last bit, quite easy. Cut it up, just make sure you don't go too fast and end up cutting one of your fingers off. It's not worth your fingers. Okay. Nearly ready. And everyone will love this one. You know, you can invite over the parents or the girlfriend or the in-laws or next door neighbour or whoever else. Let's make sure we wash the jukes, and then we're ready to actually start cooking up the kangaroo. Okay, let's go back to our saucepans. Okay, we're going to use the pan for this. Now again, we're going to use our olive oil. This time it's my turn to not be able to open the thing. So, still can't open it. And we've got it. Okay. Pour in your olive oil and be very liberal about it. I'm very pleased to use a lot of olive oil. And we'll start cooking up our onion here. We just fry it up, it's quite easy to do. Wait for it to begin to sizzle, and then we're just going to let this soften up a little bit. Now while this is happening, I'm going to explain 3 ingredients which should always be used when cooking any sort of red meat. Now I guarantee these 3 ingredients can make any red meat taste really good. You can get tough old 80-year-old elephant and these ingredients will make it taste good. The first one, mixed herbs. Mixed herbs are very healthy. It's actually a proven fact. People who eat herbs are healthier. The second is red paprika. From Hungary, red paprika powder always tastes very good on any meat. And the third one is just simply black pepper. Black pepper on red meat is absolutely delicious. You know, you can put it on beef, you can put it on lamb, you can put it on kangaroo, on deer, on elk, on moose. I've got friends in the northern hemisphere who cook up their deer. You know, I've got a friend in Finland who used to do elk, and a friend in Canada who used to do moose. So, yep, the black pepper really works well on all of these different sorts of meats. Now, our onion is coming along nicely. So it's probably, oh, I just dropped a piece of onion into that strainer, so put it back where it belongs. Stay there, onion. And next we're going to add the mushrooms, but we're not going to add them all together. A general rule with mushroom, add it gradually and the flavours will come out. Chuck in 2/3 of that mushroom and just let it cook down a little bit. A good rule in this case, I think, is try to use smaller mushrooms rather than bigger ones. These ones are probably a reasonable size. There's a few biggies in there, but general rule is most of them are fairly small, and they'll just boil down or cook down into the mix. They're just basically stewing them up, sautéing them. It's just very nice, good for a sauté here. And we will add in the rest of the vegetables. All the red capsicum and of course the rest of that mushroom. Now about here, I like to add a little bit more olive oil. As I said before, it's good for you. It's very good for you. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone dying from olive oil. So, in fact, the French actually tend to have a tablespoon of olive oil before breakfast every morning in rural southern France. So, interesting trivia here. Probably about time now to say a few things that will be coming up over the next few months on our show. We'll probably be doing a world food extravaganza. We'll be cooking some food from Hungary and from Bulgaria, from France, from the former Yugoslav countries, and from Malaysia and Thailand as well over the next few months. But today we'll stick to the task at hand, and that is sautéing up these mushrooms and onions and red capsicums and adding in the meat for our kangaroo stew.